Hi friends, this is Paul Sohn, and I hope you're doing well in this quarantine season. Just wanted to share something that I was reading, this book by Alan Fadling called The Unhurried Life. The subtitle reads, Following Jesus' Rhythms of Work and Rest. And as I was reading this book, it really helped me to evaluate and think about the balance of our own sense of calling and our call to rest. And the question really comes up as, what does genuine productivity look like from a biblical perspective? And in this book, it talks about this parable of the productive servant. And I want you to imagine a king with two servants. And one of the servants, for fear of not pleasing his master, rose early each day and hurried to do all the things that he believed the king wanted done. He didn't want to bother the king with questions about what that work was. So instead, he hurried from project to project from early morning until late at night. Now, there was another servant who was also eager to please his master and would rise early as well. But he took a few moments to go to the king, ask him about his wishes for the day, and just find out just what it was that he desired to be done. So only after asking this question did this servant step into the work of his day and the work that the king himself had expressed a desire for. Now, the busy servant may have gotten a lot done by the time the inquiring servant even started his work. But the real question is, which of the servant was doing the will of the master and pleasing him? If you're like me, you might often find yourself imitating the hurried servant, the first servant. From the moment you wake up, you may find yourself just drowning in this litany of to-do lists. The truth is, we're living in this world that idolizes the hustle culture. And this question of overwork reminds us of what Jesus said about his own work. I don't know if you remember, but as Jesus who was responding to the complaints by the Jewish leaders that he was healing people, he was doing work on the Sabbath, Jesus explained, "My Father is always at work to this very day, and I too am working. Very truly, I tell you, the Son can do nothing by himself. He can do only what he sees his Father is doing, because whatever the Father does, the Son also does." Jesus saw himself as an apprentice to the Father to his work. He was not working on his own. Whatever he did, he was doing something that has seen the Father was doing as well. So this really got me thinking that I fear that therefore that my own overwork is a failure of my discernment. Am I working in concert with the Father? Or am I just working, perhaps unaware, in conflict with the Father? Might I find myself overdoing something God may later have to undo? Hearing that Jesus can do nothing by himself, but only what he sees his Father doing, makes me think of Jesus' own words to us. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Apart from Jesus, we can be still very busy, but not just fruitful. Now, here's a couple takeaways that I want you to take from this parable. First is this genuine productivity. This idea of genuine productivity is not about getting as much done for God. It is doing the good work God actually has for us in a given day. Genuine productivity is learning that we are more than servants, that our identity is rooted in in the fact that we are the beloved sons and daughters of our Father who has invited us to his kingdom work. So genuine productivity is the fruit of active abiding in Christ. We find no evidence that Jesus was ever in rush. In fact, Jesus lived both an unhurried life and a fruitful life. So the question that I want to leave with you is this: how might God be inviting you to wait for his specific direction? Or how might God be inviting you to take a specific step now? Hope that really blesses you.